Today we're looking at and comparing three of Sony's A6000 series cameras, the A6100, 6400, and 6600. If you're in the market for a Sony crop body camera, this is the video for you. We're going to be breaking down the specs, showing you the differences between the three, so you can decide which one's best for you. Let's go! So here we are, we're diving right into a comparison of Sony 6000 series cameras, the 6100, 6400, and 6600. The 6400 being the oldest of the three, coming out in January of 2019, with the 61 and 66 later in the year. So what are they? Actually, they're very comparable in a lot of ways, and I love this structure that Sony's come out with that's really separated features based on people's needs. First, they have the same 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor, and as far as ISO is concerned, the A6100 lags behind in expanded ISO just a bit. All three have incredible lightning fast 425 point autofocus and shoot up to 11 frames per second. Sony's also included real-time IAF for humans and animals in all three models. They also include real-time tracking and up to 8 frames per second silent shooting. Another feature that they all have is a built-in intervalometer for time-lapse shooting, and I think this is pretty much expected from every camera at this point, but we're happy to have it. Now, where the flagship 6600 starts to pull away in features is the inclusion of 5-axis in-body image stabilization, or IBIS, that you'd find in its full-frame bigger brothers, the A7 III and the A7R III. But aside from the IBIS, all three cameras are very capable still shooting cameras, offering amazing autofocus, fast shooting, and high resolution and image quality. If it's just still photography you're interested in, any of these cameras are going to do just about the same job. Now let's look at more of the video functions and actual physical differences. More and more these days, people are relying on their cameras to be more of a camera and a video camera. And the video capabilities is what really sets these cameras apart. All three shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, as well as 120 at 1080. However, you won't find any picture profiles on the 6100. They also all have real-time tracking for movies, but you will pay a premium for real-time IAF in movies, only found in the 6600. Next, you'll find a convenient 180-degree tiltable touchscreen on all three models. It's still not a fully articulating screen, but it's better than nothing. One notable difference you'll notice in these models is the near 1 million dot difference in the A6100's EVF. Not a complete deal breaker, but you will notice a difference between the entry level and the other two cameras' EVFs. Sony's included a mic jack in all three models, but you'll also get a headphone jack in the A6600. An amazing and very much welcome feature on the new A6600 is the introduction of the Z-type battery into the 6000 series cameras. This will provide up to 2.2 times more battery life than the other two models. An incredible feature. And with that battery comes a slightly bigger grip, and with a bigger grip comes a bit more weight, but only about 100 grams. So now that we've talked about most of the features, let's talk about a few more important things that could play a factor in you choosing one of these cameras. Price, of course, may be a big one, and there is a big difference in price between these three cameras. The 6100 coming in at $750, the 6400 at $900, and the flagship 6600 coming in at $1,400 American dollars. So is there enough to justify the flagship 6600 being almost double the price of the 6100? That's up to you to decide. As far as an entry-level or mid-range stills camera, the 6100 is fantastic. It's going to do everything you need to and give you great looking pictures. If you need some video capability, maybe think about upgrading to the 64 or the 66. And if you're stuck between those two, ask yourself, do I really need IBIS? Do you need a headphone jack? And do you need the Z-type battery? If the answer is no, maybe go with the 6400 and save yourself $500. And as far as battery life numbers are concerned, for the 61 and 6400, expect about 380 shots, and about 70 minutes of video, whereas the A6600, you can expect about 720 shots and 140 minutes of video. So there definitely is a significant difference with the new Z-type battery, but these numbers are off the Sony website, so do expect a little bit better numbers in the real world. So specs and features aside, I wanted to touch on value a little bit. The 6100 coming in at $750 is a decently priced camera, but for just another $150 right now for the 6400, that's an incredible value and an absolute no-brainer for me. As far as shelling out another $650 for the 6600, I can't say that the features included justify the big price difference. Personally for me, or somebody on a budget, I might suggest just grabbing the 6400 and spending that extra money on a lens. If it's the newest technology and ultimate video capability you're looking for, 6600 is the way to go. And if you're just looking at getting into photography and looking for a really great stills camera, go for the 6100. But for overall value, I think for me, the 6400 is going to take it. Also keep an eye out for new crop lenses from Sony and others, like the new 16-55 f2.8, as well as the 70-350 4.5 to 6.3. So there's a comparison between the specs and features of these three cameras, and to be honest, I don't think any of these cameras are going to let you down. They're all great in their own way. Considering if you need stills or video, you have some options, and that's great. Do consider if you're about to shell out $1,400 for that flagship A6600 that you're only about $600 or so away from upgrading to that full frame A7 III. But of course, with full frame comes more expensive glass and whatnot, but do keep that in mind. Thanks for sticking with me through this video, guys. I hope you liked it, I hope you found it helpful, and if you want to see more just like it, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and drop your questions and comments down below. Like always, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you next time, guys.